Have you ever felt like something is holding you back? Like you're living a life you never truly chose, following rules that don't make sense, obeying limits that were set before you even had a chance to think for yourself. If you have, then listen closely, because what you're about to hear might change everything. There is a system designed to keep you weak. A system so invisible, so deeply woven into everyday life that most people don't even realize they are trapped. It doesn't chain you with iron shackles. No, its chains are much stronger. It binds you with fear, comfort, and distractions. It makes you believe that mediocrity is normal, that settling for less is reasonable, that greatness is only for the lucky few, and if you keep living by its rules, you will never escape. Stay until the end of this video and you will discover exactly how this system works, and more importantly, how to break free from it. From the moment you are born, you are placed into a system that programs you. Society tells you what to do, how to think, what to believe. You're given a path. Go to school, obey the rules, get a safe job, work until you're old, and then maybe, if you're lucky, you get to enjoy a little freedom before you die. That is the life they have planned for you. A predictable, controlled, and above all, weak existence. And here's the worst part. They make you believe that this is the only way. They convince you that questioning this system is foolish, that trying to break out is dangerous, that wanting more is selfish. They call people who step outside the box crazy, arrogant, or delusional. But let me tell you something. Every powerful person you admire, every great leader, every self-made success was once called exactly that. The reason you feel stuck, the reason you feel powerless, is because this system has done its job perfectly. It has made you doubt yourself. It has filled your mind with fear. It has distracted you with entertainment, poisoned you with comfort, and stripped you of your natural hunger for greatness. The Matrix doesn't need to use force to keep you in line. It just needs to make you lazy, weak, and afraid. And once that happens, you become easy to control. Think about it. Why do they constantly feed you distractions? Why is social media filled with endless nonsense? Why does the news always spread fear? Why is comfort worshipped while discipline is ridiculed? Because a distracted, fearful, and comfortable person is the easiest to manipulate. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They don't want you chasing power. They don't want you to wake up, because the moment you wake up, the moment you realize that everything you have been told is a lie, you become unstoppable. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Escaping the system is not easy. It requires sacrifice. It demands discomfort. It forces you to unlearn everything you thought was true, and most people are simply too weak to do it. They prefer the illusion of safety over the reality of power. They would rather stay in their little cage, complaining about life, blaming others, waiting for a miracle that will never come. But you, if you are still listening, you are different. You can feel it. Something inside you is awake. Something inside you refuses to accept this lie any longer. That voice in your head telling you that you were meant for more, that's the real you, the version of you that was born to dominate, not to be controlled. The Matrix wants you to ignore that voice, but if you silence it, you silence your own destiny. And here's the real question. Will you choose to stay asleep, or will you rise and take control? In the next sections, you'll learn exactly how they keep you weak, how they manipulate your mind, and most importantly, how you can fight back. But remember, the first step to breaking free is realizing that you are in a trap. And now you do. Most people don't even realize they are trapped. That's how powerful this system is. It doesn't need walls or guards. It doesn't need to physically restrain you. Instead, it keeps you weak by controlling your mind, your habits, and your desires. And the worst part? You think you are making your own choices when in reality, those choices have already been made for you. They keep you weak by feeding you distraction. Every second of every day, you are bombarded with meaningless entertainment designed to keep you passive, scrolling endlessly through social media, watching hours of pointless videos, engaging in arguments that lead nowhere. They flood your mind with useless information so that you never have time to focus on yourself. They don't want you to think. They want you to be too busy consuming to ever start creating. And then there's the comfort trap. The system doesn't want you to be strong, so it makes comfort seem like the ultimate goal. Fast food delivered to your door, entertainment on demand, soft beds, warm homes, easy pleasures. They give you everything you need to stay weak, because a weak man never fights back. A weak man never rises above the system. But here's what they won't tell you. Comfort is a lie. It feels good in the moment, but over time it robs you of your power. The more comfortable you get, the weaker you become. Your body gets softer, your mind gets duller, your willpower disappears, and before you know it, years have passed and you're exactly where they wanted you, trapped in a life of quiet mediocrity. They manipulate your desires too. They teach you to chase things that don't matter. Expensive clothes, shiny cars, status symbols that mean nothing. They convince you that happiness comes from buying things, from impressing others, from seeking approval. But the truth? None of that will ever make you truly powerful. A man who needs external validation will always be controlled by those who give it to him. And here's the final trick. They make you afraid. Afraid of failing, afraid of standing out, afraid of breaking the rules. They fill your mind with doubts, with worst-case scenarios, with reasons why you should stay exactly where you are. And if you listen, if you let fear dictate your choices, you will never escape. But here's the good news. Once you see the trap, you can break free from it. Once you understand how they keep you weak, you can start to take your power back. And in the next section, you'll learn the first step to reclaiming your strength and dominating your life like a king. Now that you see the trap, the next step is simple. You must take back control. Control over your mind, control over your body, control over your actions. Because the moment you reclaim control, the system loses its grip on you. It all starts with discipline. Most people wait for motivation, but motivation is a lie. It comes and goes, and the system knows that. That's why they keep you distracted, comfortable, and afraid, so that motivation never lasts long enough for you to break free. But discipline is different. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It's hitting the gym when your mind tells you to rest. It's working on your goals when everyone else is wasting time. When you become disciplined, you become dangerous. Suddenly, the distractions lose their power. The temptations don't control you. The system can't manipulate you because you are no longer relying on external forces to push you forward. You are in control. The second step, stop seeking approval. The Matrix wants you to care what others think. It wants you to be afraid of judgment, because the moment you start seeking approval, you give away your power, you hesitate, you doubt yourself, you hold back. And that's exactly what they want. But kings don't ask for permission. They take what's theirs. They move forward regardless of what anyone thinks. And that's what you must do. Finally, you must embrace hardship. Every challenge, every struggle, every moment of pain is all a test. The weak run from hardship. The strong embrace it. Why? Because hardship forges power. It sharpens your mind, it hardens your body, it strengthens your will. Every time you push through discomfort, you take back another piece of your freedom. You become more dangerous, more unstoppable. And here's the secret no one will tell you. Freedom isn't given, it's earned. No one will hand you the life you want. No one will rescue you from mediocrity. You must take it. You must fight for it. And the first battle starts within yourself. The weak wait for change, the strong create it. Which one are you? The biggest war you will ever fight is not against the world, it's against your own mind. The Matrix doesn't need to chain you physically, it doesn't have to lock you in a cell. It only needs to control your thoughts. And once your mind is weak, your actions follow. Look around. How many people live their lives trapped in self-doubt? How many men tell themselves they aren't smart enough, strong enough, or lucky enough to win? That's not an accident. That's conditioning. That's a lifetime of being told to play small, to fit in, to obey. And if you don't break that programming, you will never escape. The first step to rewiring your mind, control your inputs. Garbage in, garbage out. The more negativity you consume, news, social media, pointless distractions, the weaker your mind becomes. Every time you absorb fear, weakness, and self-doubt, you reinforce the cage around you. You need to cut it off. Replace the negativity with power. Read books that sharpen your mind. Listen to voices that challenge you to grow. Surround yourself with people who refuse to accept weakness. Your environment shapes you, so shape it wisely. Second, watch your language. Words have power. The words you speak shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. Stop saying, I can't. Stop saying, I'll try. Stop saying, maybe one day. These are the words of slaves. Instead, say, I will. Say, I must. Say, nothing will stop me. Because when you declare your power, your mind starts to believe it. And when your mind believes it, your actions will follow. Finally, embrace struggle as a gift. Weak people run from pain. Winners seek it. Every hardship, every failure, every moment of doubt, it's not there to stop you. It's there to build you. The Matrix wants you soft because soft people don't fight back. But when you embrace the pain, when you see struggle as the price of greatness, you become unstoppable. The truth is simple. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest prison. And the best part, you get to decide. Weak men crave comfort. Strong men crave discipline. The Matrix wants you addicted to cheap entertainment, to fast pleasure, to anything that keeps you distracted from your true power. Because a distracted man is a powerless man. But the moment you master self-discipline, you become the kind of man they can't control. Think about it. Why do they sell you laziness as self-care? Why do they tell you it's okay to be weak, to be average, to be just another guy in the system? It's because they know a disciplined man is dangerous. A man who controls his urges, who wakes up every day with a mission, who doesn't seek validation. That man is a threat. That man cannot be programmed. That man bends the world to his will. Discipline is not just about waking up early or hitting the gym. It's about controlling yourself in every aspect of life. What you eat, what you consume, how you spend your time, it all matters. You think skipping a workout is just about fitness? No. It's about proving to yourself that your mind is stronger than your emotions. You think wasting time scrolling your phone is harmless? No. It's proof that the matrix still owns part of your mind. Every action you take is a vote for weakness or for strength. Which side are you choosing? Most men will never break free because they seek motivation instead of discipline. Motivation fades. It's an emotion. Discipline lasts. It's a decision. You don't wait until you feel like it. You do it anyway. You don't negotiate with your emotions, you act. And once you make that your habit, nothing can break you. This is the difference between winners and losers. Losers let life happen to them. Winners take control. The Matrix bets on the fact that you'll stay weak, stay distracted, stay waiting for the perfect moment, but the moment is now. Discipline is the key, and once you master it, the world becomes yours. The Matrix doesn't just trap your body, it traps your mind. It makes you think weakness is normal. It convinces you that struggle is permanent. The most dangerous prison isn't one with walls, it's the one you don't even realize you're in. From the moment you're born, you're programmed to seek approval, programmed to follow orders, programmed to never question the system. And the scariest part? Most people never wake up. They live their entire lives playing by rules they never wrote, following a script they never chose. But you can break free. The first step, recognizing the lie that you're powerless, the lie that success is reserved for a lucky few, the lie that you must stay where you are, stuck in the cycle of mediocrity. No, you are more than your past, you are more than your circumstances. The second you reject the lies, you start rewriting your future. Reprogramming your mind means taking control of your thoughts. Every single day, you are being fed distractions, negativity, and fear. The news, social media, your environment, it's all designed to keep you weak. But here's the truth. You control what enters your mind. The food you eat determines the health of your body. The information you consume determines the strength of your mind. Cut out the poison. Stop feeding your mind garbage. Stop listening to weak people. Stop letting negativity shape your beliefs. Instead, fill your mind with power. Read things that make you stronger. Surround yourself with people who push you forward. Consume information that builds you, not breaks you. Most men live their whole lives with chains in their minds. But you are different. The moment you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your destiny. The Matrix only wins if you let it. But when you wake up, when you truly wake up, nothing can stop you. Fear is the weapon the Matrix uses to keep you weak. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside the box. Every time you hesitate, every time you doubt yourself, you feed the system that wants you powerless. Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back? How many times have you had an idea, a goal, a vision, but fear crept in and stopped you? The fear of looking stupid, the fear of losing, the fear of being different. Fear is the reason most people stay trapped. They are too afraid to take risks, too afraid to step into the unknown, and so they stay stuck. But here's the truth. Fear is an illusion. It exists only in your mind. It has no power unless you give it power. Fear doesn't stop you. You stop yourself by listening to it. The Matrix trains you to seek comfort because a comfortable man is an obedient man. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The more you chase an easy life, the weaker you become. The moment you stop fearing discomfort is the moment you become truly dangerous. The way to destroy fear? Take action in spite of it. Every time you do what you fear, you break the chains. Every time you step forward when doubt tries to hold you back, you rewrite the script. The weak man waits until he feels ready. The strong man moves forward even when he's afraid. You will never be fearless, but you can become unstoppable. When you stop letting fear control you, you start controlling life. The world doesn't belong to the ones who wait. It belongs to the ones who take it. The greatest prison is not made of steel and bars. It's made of thoughts. The Matrix doesn't control you with force. It controls you by programming your mind. From the moment you are born, you are fed a script. Be normal, follow the rules, play it safe, work a job you hate, obey without question. They train you to think like a slave, to doubt yourself, to stay in line, to never question the system. But here's the truth. The matrix is not physical, it's psychological, and the only way to escape is to reprogram your mind, to uninstall the fear, to delete the self-doubt, to rewrite your own destiny. How? It starts with what you consume. Your mind is like a battlefield, and every thought, every belief, every habit is either making you stronger or keeping you weak. Look at what you feed your brain every day. What do you watch? What do you listen to? Who do you surround yourself with? If you spend hours scrolling social media, consuming garbage, distracting yourself instead of building yourself, you are doing exactly what they want. A distracted man is a powerless man. You must take control. You must guard your mind like a king guards his kingdom. Stop wasting time on things that drain you. Fill your mind with power, with knowledge, with purpose. Every time you repeat a weak thought, you strengthen your cage. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you break a link in the chain. The matrix wants you blind, but the moment you take control of your mind, you start seeing the truth. And once you see the truth, you can never go back. Weak men are easy to manipulate. They crave comfort, seek pleasure, and avoid pain. That's exactly what the Matrix wants. A society of men who have no discipline, no control, and no purpose. Because when a man has no control over himself, he is easily controlled by others. But discipline is the weapon that shatters that control. Discipline is what separates the weak from the powerful. The moment you master discipline, you become dangerous. You no longer react to life, you create your life. Discipline is waking up early when you want to sleep. It's hitting the gym when your body begs for rest. It's working on your goals when everyone else is wasting time. It's saying no to distractions, to cheap dopamine, to things that weaken you. Most men won't do it. They'd rather take the easy path, the path of comfort, laziness, and excuses. But here's the truth. Easy choices create hard lives. Hard choices create strong men. Self-discipline is the ultimate form of freedom, because when you can control your own mind, no one else can. They can't manipulate you with fear. They can't distract you with nonsense. They can't make you weak. Every moment of your life, you are making a choice to give in or to stand up. The weak man surrenders. The strong man builds himself. The Matrix is betting on your weakness. Prove it wrong. Everything starts in the mind. The way you think determines the way you live. And right now, most men have been programmed to be weak. They think small, act small, and live small. But you are not meant to live like that. You are meant to dominate, to conquer, to achieve. And the first step to breaking free is to change the way you think. The Matrix has trained you to believe that success is for the lucky, that wealth is for the privileged, that you should settle for an average life because that's just how the world works. But that's a lie. A lie designed to keep you weak and obedient. Winners don't think like that. They don't accept mediocrity. They don't wait for opportunities. They create them. They don't complain about the system. They learn how to beat it. If you want to escape, you must reprogram your mind. Cut out the negativity. Stop listening to people who tell you it's impossible. Stop feeding your mind with distractions and garbage. Start feeding it with knowledge, power, and action. You have to see yourself as powerful before you become powerful. You have to believe you deserve more before you get more. That's the shift. That's the transformation. The Matrix wins when you think like a slave. You win when you think like a king. Weakness is not something you're born with. It's something you allow. The Matrix wants you to be soft, lazy, and dependent. It wants you to fear discomfort, to avoid struggle, to run from pain. Because a weak man is an easy man to control. But here's the truth. Discomfort is the key to power. Every strong man was once weak. Every warrior was once fragile. The difference? They embraced the struggle. They didn't hide from pain. They walked into it, knowing that pain is the price of strength. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you stay weak. Every time you avoid the hard work, you betray your potential. Every time you wait for an easier path, you stay exactly where you are. Stuck, powerless, lost. Stop fearing discomfort. Start chasing it. Want to be strong? Lift heavier. Want to be disciplined? Wake up earlier. Want to be fearless? Do the things that scare you. Stop waiting for motivation. Start demanding more from yourself. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you power. You either take control or you stay controlled. The choice is yours. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest enemy. The Matrix knows this. That's why it bombards you with distractions, poisons your thoughts with weakness, and fills your head with self-doubt. Because if it can control your mind, it controls your life. Think about it. Why are most people stuck in mediocrity? Because they've been programmed to accept it. They believe success is rare, that greatness is for others, that wealth and power are only for the lucky few. But that's a lie. The truth is, your mind creates your reality. What you believe, you become. What you focus on, you attract. If you want to break free, you have to rewire your mind. You have to destroy the weak thoughts and replace them with strength. Stop saying, I can't. Start saying, I will. Stop waiting for opportunities. Start creating them. Stop fearing failure. Start seeing it as fuel. Every morning, ask yourself, what kind of man do I want to be? And then act like him. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, train your mind like you train your body. Feed it power, discipline, and confidence. Cut out the negativity, the distractions, the excuses, because the moment you take full control of your thoughts, nothing can stop you. Weakness is not something you're born with. It's something you allow. Every time you make an excuse, every time you choose comfort over progress, every time you hesitate instead of taking action, you're feeding your own weakness. And the system loves it. Because a weak man is a controlled man. Look around you. Most people live their entire lives making excuses. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I wasn't born rich. These words are poison. They keep you exactly where you are, stuck, helpless, defeated before you even begin. But here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. No one cares about your excuses. The world only respects results. So kill the excuses. Burn them. Stop waiting for the perfect moment because it will never come. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time right now. If you're tired, work anyway. If you're scared, push through. If you've failed before, learn and go again. The only real failure is quitting. Everything else is just a lesson. Discipline is what separates the powerful from the powerless. You must become the kind of man who does what needs to be done no matter what. Rain or shine, pain or comfort, tired or energized. Because the moment you eliminate excuses, you eliminate weakness. And when weakness dies, strength takes its place. Your mind is the battlefield. The system doesn't control you with chains. It controls you with thoughts. It whispers in your ear, feeding you doubts, distractions, and weakness. It makes you believe that you're small, powerless, and that success is reserved for other people. But here's the truth. Your mind belongs to you. And the moment you take control of it, you take control of your life. The first step, guard your mind like a fortress. Every piece of information you consume either makes you stronger or weaker. Social media, it's engineered to keep you distracted. News, it's designed to keep you afraid. Entertainment, most of it is created to keep you passive. Every second you waste feeding your mind garbage, you're handing over your power. You must reprogram yourself. Cut out everything that makes you weaker. Stop listening to losers. Start studying winners. Read books that sharpen your mind. Absorb knowledge that pushes you forward. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not those who comfort your excuses. Because the moment you change what enters your mind, you change what comes out of your life. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe you're weak, you will be weak. If you believe you're unstoppable, nothing will stand in your way. The system wants you confused. It wants you doubting yourself. But the second you take control of your mind, your destiny is yours. Everything you've heard so far leads to this one final truth. The system only wins if you let it. It cannot control a man who refuses to be controlled. It cannot break a mind that is unshakable. It fears those who wake up, who take charge, who refuse to live on their knees. And now you stand at the edge of that choice. Most people will hear these words and go back to their old habits. They will stay weak. They will continue to let distractions, fear, and doubt run their lives. But not you. You've come this far for a reason. You feel that fire inside you, don't you? That hunger for something greater. That's not an accident. That's the real you trying to break free. The only question left is, will you act? Will you wake up tomorrow and choose strength over weakness? Will you build your body, sharpen your mind, and take full control of your destiny? Or will you let this system win? This is your moment. The final step is simple. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop letting the world dictate who you are. From this moment forward, you move with purpose, you think with clarity, and you dominate life like you were born to do. The system doesn't own you. It never has. You are in control now. So take your power and never look back.